Hello, welcome to Create with Jeannie's Stamping with Jeannie Facebook Live today. Today is the 22nd of June, and I thought today I would share with you a few patriotic projects. So I'm going to get this set up. Okay, I think we're good. Hi Carol, hi Karen, hi Rhonda. Thank you guys for joining me. As you can see, we're going to be doing a little patriotic projects today. We're going to be doing 3 of them. And I just kind of pulled a red, white, and blue product from different paper stacks, different die sets, and things like that I'm going to be using. So I'm really excited to share them with you. 4th of July is just less than 2 weeks away. And I thought it was a perfect time to create some projects that you might want to copy and either send or give to guests if you have them over for the 4th of July. So, hi Trudy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to move my little extra pieces up there. Now, last Friday, I did a fun fold, and I'm going to share that with you real quickly. And then I'm actually going to be creating my first card using this fold. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to copy or duplicate something I shared on my blog, but actually be demonstrating it for you. So this was the card I did. It is with Seaside Notions is the stamp set for this, and Whale of a Time Designer Series paper. So this opens up like that, and then your card is there. So it's just kind of a quick and easy fold. Now we're going to do that again, and we're going to do it in some patriotic papers. So here's the card now. This is what we're going to be creating today. Exact same layout, just changed it up a little bit, changed the colors. Now the paper that we're using today is our In Color paper stack. So this is our Misty Moonlight. And then the red that we're using is Poppy Parade. Sorry about that. Which you could use, if you have real red, you could use that. There's Cherry Cobbler. There's lots of combinations of blues and reds that you would be able to use to create your projects. The stripe that is in it actually came from the Playful Pets DSP. So on the back of one of the dog prints is this red and white striped. And I hadn't really found a lot of red and white in any of the paper packs, and I hadn't yet gotten the like the Brights color stack of DSP. So I went ahead and pulled that out. I like that thin stripe, and I think it's going to work really good for the projects. All right, here are our pieces. So our card base is 5.5 by 6 3/4, and then it's scored at 4 1/4. And then my flap, what I did, this is 2 3/4 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and put that down just right off the bat to start. You want to make that butt right up to the edge where the score line is, but you don't want to go over. If you go over, it's going to be hard for this to fold. Okay, so this is the idea. It's going to fold just like that. All right. Next, we're going to take our stripe piece of DSP, and this piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I hate covering up my little doggies on here, but sometimes you have to when you're looking for the right paper. So I'm going to center that on the inside of the card, just like that. Now on the side right here, this is 2 1/4 inches wide by 5 1/4. And on my original card, I used the one that looks kind of denim-like. And so I thought on this one, I'll use the polka dot. I'm just going to do a reverse. So I'll go ahead and I'll add my adhesive. This is our new seal adhesive. I've been practicing with it. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I do really like it. Okay, so now we have our card looking like that. So let's go ahead and build the little label on there. I die cut 2 of these from our Stitch So Sweetly dies, and there are scalloped rectangles. I have been using them so much. This was a new die set that came out last spring, and it's just amazing. So on both of them, we're going to do just a little bit. On the top and the bottom, the inside and the outside one, I'm going to actually take my Stampin' Up markers. This is my Poppy Parade and my Misty Moonlight. I'm going to be using the thick end, so the brush tip, and I'm just going to flick. You want to do this, when you're doing this, you do want to do it really lightly. You don't want to ruin the tip of your marker. So just very lightly, just give it a flick. These are newer markers, and so they have a lot of juice in them. They work really well for that. Next, I'm going to take this Misty Moonlight White and Silver Baker's Twine. It comes in the combo pack for the flowers for every season. And I'm going to wrap it around twice, just like that. And then I'm going to snip it off. Let's make sure I got it even. I think I need to move it a little bit more this way. Okay. Okay, hi Gidget, hi Leslie, hi Chris. Thank you guys for joining. I've been doing so much of the Whale of a Time and Forever Fern. I just thought this would be something really fun and something different. Okay, so now we have our two pieces done there, and I'm going to go ahead and take a strip. This is 3/4 of an inch by about 4. It's just basically a scrap because we're going to be stamping on it. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and rub that on there. And then I took this stamp right here, Let's Celebrate You. And it came from the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. I was trying to look for something that said Celebrate that was a little bit bigger, so I thought I would adjust this and go ahead and use this stamp set. So what I'm going to do is take a Post-it note, and I'm going to cover up the word You. Just press it on there really snug. I'm going to take some Versamark and ink it up. Then I'm going to peel off that Post-it note. And I'm going to stamp it right onto that Poppy Parade paper. Next, I'll go ahead and take my white embossing powder. I like to keep it in this tub, and then I sprinkle, and then all the extra just goes right back in. A little bit right there. Okay, and there we go. Now, to save the noise and save a little bit of time, I went ahead and embossed that with my heat tool already. And here we go right here. I'm going to go ahead and just snip it off on each end, just like that. I'm going to bring in some of my dimensionals. You can see this was just a scrap. I have a scrap bin right next to my desk, and whenever I'm doing little things, I just go and trim up the paper and just use those for these types of projects. I'm going to put this right on top and just having it hang over the edge just a little bit like that. Next, I will take my 2 stars here. Now the stars, I'll show you which die set I used for those. It also came out a while back, and it is this one right here. It's really fun. It has all these different stitch stars. It has these that you can put together to form a star. It has swirls, and it has this really neat larger swirl right here. That looks like this when you die cut it out. One of the things I really like about this die is that you get all these little stars right here. And so I ran a couple through with my Poppy Parade and my Misty Moonlight, and that's how I got my little stars. Thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so we have one of those popped up, whoops, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop up my second one. This is Misty Moonlight, and it's from that Designer Series stack. I'm just going to kind of put it on like that. Oops. I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take and kind of pull back on these glue dots. And then I will put them on my stars. And that way I can pop them up on here. I like using the glue dots when you kind of roll them up together. What it seems to do is it kind of makes them like you're using a dimensional, but it's not quite as high as a dimensional. There we go. So we've got those two on there. And then these last two I'm going to use for the inside of my card. I'm just going to put one there. Grab one more dimension, or I'm sorry, glue dot. Roll that up a little bit. And I can put that down just like that. And if you want to add a little bit of bling, we can bring in some of our rhinestones. I think I'll put one on the center of each of these, and then bring one inside here. Never can have enough bling, I think, especially with these colors. All right, so now I'm going to close this up, flip that over, and add some more dimensionals. I love using dimensionals. I like having the cards raised up. Hi, Liz. It's just gives so much more dimension to your cards. But now if you're mailing them and you don't want them to be as thick, go ahead and just leave the dimensionals off, or just add them in one or two places instead of, you know, all over. Now the last thing I'm going to add is a couple of our in color enamel dots, and I'm just going to put them down here in the corner like that. That just ties in more of that misty moonlight. And then we're going to open up the card, and I'm going to add some adhesive to the inside and center that just like that. So there's our first card. So now if you happen to have seen my blog post on Friday where I shared this card, you will see all the dimensions, and then you can go ahead and use those dimensions and create this card. So it's kind of fun to take two totally different looking cards, both made with the exact same layout. So I hope you like that one. All right, let's move on to my next one. The next one I'm going to make is this cute little candy bar holder. Now I was very sad when our discontinued list came out a few months ago, and the bags that we had that were 3x6, they're little gusseted bags, went away because I used to make these all the time. We do have this other bag here, and this one is 3x9, and it actually works out perfect. These to me remind me of little sparklers or, you know, firework type things. So what I did is I trimmed my bag off, and I went ahead and used this because this is 3 inches wide. So we're still going to be able to continue making these fun little treats here. And I just realized I was missing one piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece of paper here. And I'll just share with you how I did it. So I'm going to cut the paper at 3 inches wide. Let me just double check and make sure. Oops, sorry, 2 3/4 inches wide. So we're going to go 2 3/4, just like that. And then I'm going to turn and score that at 2 3/4. Now this dark blade, the dark blade right here is the cutting one, and then the lighter one is going to be our scoring one. So I'm hoping I got that back in the center for you. Let me move it down a little bit. Okay, so the width of our cardstock is 2 3/4, and then you're just going to rotate it and score it at 2 3/4. And this tan, the lighter tan, is going to be your scoring blade. All right, I'm going to fold that up and then take my bag and use that for a cutting point, and then just trim this off. I'm not sure if I can use that for something else, but it would be fun if I could. Next, I'm going to slide this in, and I'm sliding it in the first gusset. So I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but here's the gusset, and I'm sliding it into the front part. So this is just extra on the back. Now I have my candy bar, and then here's that cute puppy dog paper, but the back side has the stripe that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. I think I'm going to use the Seal Plus. This is a little bit stronger, and I think it will hold the candy bar in here better. So I'm going to fold it over and then fold this one back on top of it. So now we have this cute covered candy bar. Now this is the small, just regular candy bar. It's not the jumbo size. It's just the standard one that you get like the 6-pack to do s'mores. It's nothing big or fancy. And then I'm going to pull this to the back like that. And then I cut a piece that's 1 inch by 6 inch of our designer series paper. I'm going to add some adhesive. Now this is just going to meet on the front, so you don't have a lot of wiggle room. Let me get my bag together here. But once you put it on, it's going to hold that bag closed how I want it. I'm going to put that down and just give it a press, and then I'm going to wrap this around and pull it to the front so it just meets. There we go. Okay. Now to start our little label, we're going to start with a stitch circle, and I just used this, the second to the smallest of the stitch circles, and die cut that out. And then we're going to use 2 punch circles. There's going to be a 2 inch and a 2 1/4. So the 2 1/4 is going to be done out of the Misty Moonlight, like that. And then we're going to take some of our Poppy Parade. Sorry about that if I'm getting off the screen. I need to make sure I stay up here in the middle. And we're going to punch one of those out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the Whisper White stitched one to my Poppy Parade. And it just gives a little bit of an edge there. It doesn't give a huge amount. And then I'm going to bring in my Misty Moonlight ink. And I'm going to stamp this little Celebrate. So earlier I wanted a large Celebrate. This time now I wanted a smaller one. So I pulled out my Itty Bitty Greetings, and right there's that cute little Celebrate. These Itty Bitty Greetings, there's a birthday one, the Itty Bitty Greetings, Itty Bitty Birthday, and Itty Bitty Christmas are 3 favorite stamp sets of mine. I love how they have the little words, and you can add those to other stamp sets, or just, they're just the perfect size sometimes for something like this. All right, so I have my little Celebrate right there. And then I went ahead and I die cut a heart. Now the heart is from, this is an older stamp set, or older die cut. It's this tiny little heart right here. I love having these basic ones, the stars, the hearts, and things like that, because you can pull them in and use them for all kinds of things. The other one, thing that this one has is, again, like the stars on the other one, this has all these little hearts. So if you need little hearts for something, you can die cut a whole bunch out at one time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that one up. Just like that. And then I'm going to pull in one of my stars. Let's see my stars right here. And I'm going to do that same thing I did with my glue dot, where I rolled it up a little bit. Kind of pick that in. And then put that on there just like that. Let's bring another little rhinestone in, just to add a little bling there. And then I'm going to flip it over and add a couple dimensionals. Like that. Hi Karen, hi Teresa. Thank you guys for joining. If you missed the beginning part, I'll share the card again at the end, but the replay will be on in just a little bit too. So here's our label, and then we're going to go back and pull out some more of this Baker's Twine. I just love this Baker's Twine. It's just so easy to add to projects. It comes in a combo pack. There's 3 different ribbons that come in it. One of them is this. One of them is a white ribbon we're going to use on the next project. And then the other is the Just Jade gingham ribbon, which I've used so much. I love that. All right, so we've got a bow over here off the side. I'm going to flip the back over And I'm going to add 4 because I want to make sure that this stays down really well on my candy bar treat. And then we're just going to layer that right on top. Okay, so how do you like that one? I think that one turned out really cute. Goes with our card. Okay, now our final project, clear up, I have a little bit of powder on there. This is our final project here. Whoops, my pieces. And it's one of our new little 3x3 acetate boxes. They hold it if you want to make some of those small little cards, but I think they are the best little treat box. I'm so excited about them. Now I used the heart again from that die set. I used the celebrate again with the little, but I embossed it, and then I used the big star. And then the background again is that in color designer series paper. So I put some M&Ms in it. It's just the red and white, and I am missing my little, oh, there it is. Oh, yay. I thought I was missing my little piece that I embossed there. All right, so I'm going to add some adhesive to the back. Now, because this box is like 3 1/8 inches, and then this is about 1 inch right here, you're not able to wrap the designer series paper all the way around. Now, you could use 2 pieces and wrap it and kind of overlap it, but I decided why not just do it on the front, because the front is what we're going to see. So I'm going to add that right there on the top. And then here is the white ribbon. This ribbon is really, really soft. It holds a bow really nice. Most of the time we've had a larger white ribbon, it has been like a silkier one. I love that this is cotton. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like a nice, cozy cotton white shirt, the ones that you get for the summer. And it ties so well. I just love how it goes together. And then I'm just going to make a knot over here on the side. This project is super quick and easy. There we go. And then I'm going to trim these. So if you're having like a 4th of July get together, or you do something with your neighbors, or you just want to drop a cute, quick little treat in your neighbor's mailbox or on their porch or something, I think this would be a great little treat. Let's add a few dimensionals here, just to make sure it stays secure. And then plop that down, just like that. And isn't this cute, the little stripes on that heart? I love it with the little scallops behind it. I'm going to put that right there in the middle. And then I have my little celebrate, and I'm going to do the same little trick I've been doing with my glue dots. I'm just going to roll a couple of those up and put them on the back. There's one. Let's get one more. All right. There we go. So here are our 3 projects that I did today, all patriotic, using a variety of products that I kind of brought together to create these. Now I hope you enjoy those projects, and if you would like to create them, I will be putting the information on the products that I used, and I will be posting this as a YouTube video, and I will have the link out, but it will also be here on my Facebook page that you can come back and watch. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.